going to wave loaves of 10th deals. What's 10th deals? 10th part. Oh, is that like a tithe? Yeah. They shall be of fine flour. Oh, where do we see fine flour at? We saw that in Leviticus too, right? The meat offering was to be made of fine flour. What is the fine flour significant of? The best. You're giving Yah, all of you, totally. I'm not going to, little sin, I don't get rid of, I can't, it's hard, I'm still a babe. You going to give him all. You give him no part. You that meat offering, brothers and sisters. I'm sorry, there's no shortcut around this baby. All right, so he said, fine flour, they shall be baked with leaven. What? The meat offering shall be baked with leaven this time. And he said, why? Because they are the first fruits unto Yah. Oh, why? Now, that the question that comes to my mind is, why is this meat offering permitted to be leavened? Inquiring minds want to know, right? Why is it permitted to be leavened? Because during the fire feast, that's when all the flesh is being consumed, right? So you bring that leaven to the fire feast so you can have that leaven burn up, right? So I'm gonna give you two more places and we can close out for sure. All right, let's read Amos real quick. And let's see, Amos 4 and 5. Let's go to Amos 4 and 5. Amos and Annie. No, I'm kidding. Amos 4 and 5. Let's see. Let's start at verse 1. All right. Amos 4 and 1. Hear this word, ye kin of Bashan, that are in the mountain of Shemaron. How about that? Who's in the mountain of Shemaron? First off, the kine this is a heifer. He calls him a heifer. Hear this word, you heifers of Bashan. Who's Bashan? Bashan is a region east of Jordan. So he's talking to these impostor people who according to 2 Kings chapter 17, the king of Assyria put the impostors in Samaria or Samaria in place of the children of Israel. Isn't it, right? All right, check it out. Hear the word, you kindred of Bashan that are in the mountain of Shemaron, mountain of Shemaron. Is that right? Shemaron, I said it right. See, Shemaron, or Samaria, as is in English, which oppress the poor. So these impostors were oppressing the poor, which crushed the needy. Oh, they crushed the needy, huh? How about that? Kind of sound like Christians, right? Taking place of Israel. You about to get in trouble now. You about to get in trouble, brother. You just stepped on some toe crack. Oh, you hurt my feet. Right. It's a parallel, right? These imposters that came from Babylon could have Hamath, Avon, and all them places in place of the children of Israel. They took Israel's place and they brought in all the sins of the world into the land, to the set apart land. How about that, right? Just like the Christians today have replaced Israel, pushed Israel out the way, got a New Testament called New Testament of Grace. They're still oppressing the children of Israel, calling you black Hebrew Israelites. Oh my goodness, Father, help today, right? Let me get back so I can close it out. Which crush the needy, which say to their masters, bring and let us drink. Oh, how about that? Yah have sworn by his righteousness that, lo, the day shall come upon you that he will take you away with hooks. Jeremiah. You thought that was only in Joel? Wait a minute. You thought that was only in Joel, did you? Right? This is Amos, right? He said, I will take you away with hooks and your posterity with fishhooks. Oh, like that little, remember the Uptown Apollo when the Sandman would come out with the little hook? Y'all go pull him out with hooks. The Sandman coming for you. The Sandman is coming for you. He coming for you. The Sandman coming for you. Be ready. Get ready. Get ready. He gonna come at you with hooks, right? He said your posterity with fish hooks, and you shall go out at the breaches, every cow at that which is before her, and you shall cast them into a palace, says Yah. What's that? Cast them into a palace. Castle, okay. All right. Come to Bethel and transgress at Gilgal. Multiply transgressions and bring your sacrifices every morning and your tithes after 3 years. And offer sacrifice of thanksgiving with leaven. You offer sacrifices of thanksgiving with leaven. And proclaim and publish the free offerings, for this liketh you, O children of Israel, says Yah. So there goes that rebuke for offering sacrifices of thanksgiving with leaven. All right. Now, let me give you this here. We can close out for sure. Let's go to Corinthians. First Corinthians. I'll give you this one here. Okay, let's go to 1 Corinthians 5. We're going to read 1 Corinthians 5 and 1 through 8. And then we're going to close it down for the day. How about that? So we gone 37 minutes, but we actually wasn't really 37 minutes over because we was delayed getting on because we had technical difficulties. So technically right on point, pretty much. All right, so let's see. And we're not trying to time the lessons, but I know generally right when the 3 hour period is where I run out of ruach for the day. All right, so let's get in here. Okay. In the name of the Master Yahshua, when you are gathered together, and my spirit with the power of the Master Yahshua the Messiah. Now stop for a second, because Sunday church goes to use this. See, we gather on the first day of the week. That's not that. Do we see first day of the week anywhere on there? Right. So when you gather together. So when did Israel gather together? Right. 3 times in a year. Beginning feasts, midterm feasts, and year-end feasts, right? All right. So that's when Israel gathers 3 times a year, right? When you gather, right? And on the Shabbats, of course, right? All right, let's continue. To deliver such a one unto Satan for the destruction of the flesh, that the spirit may be saved in the day of the Master Yahshua. Your glorifying is not good. Know you not that a little leaven, here it is, leaveneth the whole lump. See that? A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that you may be a new lump, as you are unleavened. For even the Messiah, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice. Oh, wow. The leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. How about that? So we're supposed to serve Yah with unleavened bread, but we're supposed to die to the flesh. And that's the reason why we offer leavened bread in the feast of YHWH, is because for the flesh to be totally consumed. Right? I can go further. When the Messiah he said, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. He said the leaven of Pharisees is hypocrisy. What's hypocrisy? Glad you asked the question. All right, let's see if I can do it here. I gave Google a break for a while. What is hypocrisy?
Here's the definition of hypocrisy: the practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's own behavior does not conform. Pretense.
I can bring it home. You say you are a follower of the Mashiach, and Christendom says follower of Christ. Right? You stiff-necked right-wingers, like the brother calls them wing nuts. You don't do the weightier matters of the law. You harper on abortion, right? And same-sex marriages, but yet you will kill a person wrongfully and justify it. They should have submitted to authorities. You devil. You're a hypocrite. But then the same people that say you're under grace don't have no grace when it comes to you. When it comes to them, they want all the grace in the world. That's hypocrisy. That's what he said. The leaven of the Pharisees is hypocrisy, right? You see a person hungry, right? A person that's destitute, right? We just read it in Amos, right? You rob the poor, right? The needy, right? People can't get health care. People can't get a living wage. But you're supposed to be a follower of Christ. You're a hypocrite. You're a Pharisee. You're the true Pharisee is who you are. You call those of us who's trying to obey Yah's law Pharisees when you the Pharisee yourself. You gossiper, right? You found in Torah. Torah says, thou shalt not be a talebearer. You a doggone talebearer. But I'm a Pharisee because I'm trying to obey Yah's law, you silly rabbit. You know how the rest of the saying goes. You're a wily coyote full of tricks. And you hide it under the auspices of evangelism, you devil, you. All right. That's all I got for now. Prayerfully, we're going to come back next Shabbat and we'll amplify a little more on the meat offering. And so prayerfully, you all can see. Now, let me just do this real quick. I made mention of a verse here. So it says the kingdom is not meat and drink, right? So we kind of tapped a little bit on that meat offering and drink offering, right? Drink offering is called a mashke. It's this is butter by implication, a drink, well watered region, a butler, shipper, cupbearer, drink. Okay, so that's the drink offering. Okay, now I don't want to jump. That'll take me another hour to do that. I ain't gonna do that. But this verse that jumped out of my head, this biblical text that jumped out of my head was what the Messiah said. I think, was it the Messiah said that? Oh, it might have been Shaul. I think it's Shaul that said it. I didn't give credit to the Messiah. The meat and the drink offering generally go together. Okay, so let's just do this here. I was looking to see what the Messiah said about meat and drink. My meat is to do the Father's will, right? That's what the Messiah said. My meat is to do the Father's will. But it's Romans 14 and 17, right? Let's just read this. It says, for the kingdom of Yah is not meat, right? This it says eating, literally, figuratively, extension, food, literally for figurative. So food. So that goes that meat and drink, right? There you go. So Shaul knew the law. So when he spoke about meat and drink, he was talking about the sacrifices. So now we have a new meaning to that, because if he's saying the kingdom of Yah is not meat offerings and drink offering, but the parallel of the meat and the drink offering is a righteous person serving Yah, and in your righteousness you're able to walk in peace, and you're able to walk in joy, and you're able to walk in the spirit of Yah. Why? Because you're walking as a spiritual person. See, your spirituality is not predicated on you. Somebody said that's a bad case of gas is what you got. Well, walking in the spirit is offering yourself as a meat offering, purging out the leaven, and serving with sincerity and truth, right? Yahshua said, as I close, he said, if you love me, do what? He said, he gave 3 words. Keep my commandments. He didn't take nothing away, right? He didn't say, oh, I did it for you. He said, no, if you love me, keep mine and my father's, because my father's commandments is my commandments, because I don't have no new commandments. I don't have nothing new for you. I don't have no fresh word for you. See, we all superficial. We call it, I want a fresh word. The old word is he said you have a new commandment, was not a new commandment, it's an old commandment. It knew you because it's a new revelation. It's renewed. See, we got to get that word right. When you say new, it's not talking about something brand new. It's talking about a renewal, a refreshing, right? Revisiting something that was of old, not a new commandment. Love is not a new commandment. It's an old new commandment I give it to you, that you love one another, but not a new commandment, but an old commandment. Oh, it's old, okay. See, we stop reading part of the verse. We don't read the part where it says, oh, but it's an old commandment. That was there from the beginning. That which you heard from the beginning, that we preach now. We're not preaching some new gospel. We're not preaching some new gospel of grace. We're preaching that which you heard from the beginning is that which I'm saying right now. But the religious people have twisted Yah's words and made Yah's words appear. You ever wonder why it seems like it's 2 different spirits in the Bible? The Old Testament seems like, oh, it's like straight, bam, stringent. New Testament's like, oh, okay, thank the Lord. We're not under the law no more. We're safe. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, we safe from the law. Yes, we freedom from the law. Thank you. It's a whole nother spirit with that New Testament, right? That's the spirit of the